Aloha, this is Lacey with Malama Housekeeping, and this is how we clean our glass electric stovetops. What you're going to need for this tutorial is dish soap, your preferred dish soap, a spray bottle with dish soap and water, a couple microfiber rags, a clean brand new razor, and a non-scratch sponge. I'm using Scrub Mommy for this tutorial. We're going to start off by removing everything from the glass surface and taking off the knobs, which is actually very easy to do. And all that moisture you see on the stovetop right now, that is actually grease, that's oil. They deep fried, they had a chef deep frying something right before we came. So I don't really like using my microfibers on super oily messes. So this is optional, but I'm going to go in with a paper towel and my dish soap and water spray just to get that first layer of heavy grease off of the stovetop. Now that we got all that excess grease out of the way, this is where the real magic happens. We're going to squirt our preferred dish soap right onto the cooktop, as well as some soap and water spray just to get it wet. And during this second pass over the stovetop, you're going to need your non-scratch sponge. I'm using the Scrub Mommy. And I want you to visualize how you would wash a greasy dish in the sink and do exactly that all over the glass stovetop. And this is what gets that greasy layer that leaves streaks when you wipe it and you can't get it to stop streaking. You need to actually wash it like a dish. All right, now that that's done, we're gonna grab our dry, clean microfiber rag and wipe away all of the soap. So now the glass cooktop is streak free, and all we're left with is the burnt on food around the burners. So what I'm going to do now is wet the stove top once again, grab my clean brand new razor, and start scraping away. Don't be shy, you're not going to scratch the stove top as long as it's wet and you are scraping horizontally exactly how I'm showing you in this video. I have never once in my years of cleaning scratched a stovetop doing this. I know it seems scary, but just trust the process. Okay, guys, I finished scraping off all of the burnt food, and if you don't get it all in the first pass, sometimes it's hard to tell when it's wet. You can definitely go in and do it again for anything that you missed, which it kind of looked like I missed something. I will definitely go back and do that. I just didn't really realize because I was recording this video. And before we put those knobs back on, you want to make sure you get all of the grime and built up dust that's been settling behind the knobs, the top of the stove, where more grease settles, the face of the clock, getting all that under here. A lot of grease tends to splash on those back parts. And for the knobs, again, I'm just using dish soap and water spray and my microfiber rags. Some people might want to use a heavy duty degreaser. I genuinely don't think it's necessary, especially when working around food. And voila, there we go.